Okay, here's my snow bike and how I made it. Well, as you can see, it looks just like a normal bike without wheels or cranks attached to skis. Well, that's basically what it is. For the front end, just a normal front end. These are all made out of stock parts that I had laying around. Well, not all stock, but ones I had laying around. I think I only had to spend $7 to make this whole thing. But for the front, I didn't know exactly what to do, but I saw people using skateboard trucks, so I figured I'd give it a look, and I'd recommend it unless you were going to make triangle brackets, which are better. But these work fine. But what I did, was I cut the trucks to fit inside the forks, so it fit good. And to attach them, I wanted them to pivot so they wouldn't fall out. I don't know if you can see in there, but there's a skateboard bearing. I cut the inside of the forks drop out and made a hole. I didn't make a slot, I made a hole so I could put the bearing in. That way that does not fall out and it pivots. Same thing in the back, but I can show you how it pivots. Pivots good, works fine. Virtually the same setup in the back, but I can show you again. The trucks are not the same size in the front and the back. You have to cut them a little bit different. There's not much difference, but it would be sloppy if you did it one way. But also on the inside, since I was using 14mm dropouts to begin with, so I'd have less to cut out, I use fender washers to keep the truck from coming out of the dropout. They work fine. Just threaded the axle the whole way from where I cut the truck off. For standing on, I just took this pipe, cut it, measured it, bolted it through my bottom bracket. I don't know if you can see the bolts on the bottom. Works good. I haven't had any problem slipping off, but I've only ridden it a few times. Seems to work pretty good. I'll show you how the skis are attached to the trucks. Just bolted, drilled 4 holes in them, and then on the bottom, have 4 screws, all cut so they sit in there flush. They're actually in a little bit more than flush, but I'm going to put some wax over that so it is nice and smooth. But as you can see right here, the bearing is in there. Some I had to cut the drop out. I did not want them to slide right out. Same thing here in the back. It pivots. So that's an overview of it. Very fun. I encourage you to make it. Now if anyone can tell me, I'm wondering why. It goes fine in deep snow, but whenever you get into some hard packed snow, I can barely control it. I don't know. Not deep snow exactly, but some powder, 4 or 5 inches of powder. But when you get on hard packed snow, it just wants to slide all over the place. But that is our snow bike and how I made it. Hopefully it helps.